Hi, I'm R.C. McDonald, author of the book Complex Puzzle and its first edition book, No Peace for Kimberly. I'm a proud resident of Baltimore, Maryland, and I have been since I was born. I never moved out of the state, I've always loved Baltimore. Though Baltimore has gone through so many changes over the years, and we've had our controversies, Baltimore is really a nice place to live. I remember growing up during the riots of 1968. And I remember things like the National Guard driving down the street, having to put a black sock on our house to indicate that we were black. I don't know if everybody did that, but I know we did. As a child, only thing I cared about was having fun. And that's most kids. In 1968, in the time period in which Complex Puzzle takes place, there was a lot going on, especially after the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The book Complex Puzzle follows a young lady, 13-year-old Kimberly Carter, a resident of Baltimore City, as she tries to figure out how she wants to live her life. She's oblivious, really, to what's going on in the world, though she knows some things. But as a teenager, you're kind of wrapped up in just being a teenager. And this was Kimberly. Kimberly grew up in a family of 7 children. Her mother was a single mother. For the most part, she didn't know who her father was. She had sisters and brothers who lived their life, older sisters and brothers, that is, who lived their lives in different ways. We had some that were not so bad, some that were headed definitely for greatness, and then some were a little questionable, right in the middle somewhere. She didn't know how she wanted to live her life. She knew about Dr. King. She knew a little bit about desegregation of schools and how schools really weren't desegregated. She knew about segregation of the races when it came to facility usages, grocery stores, how blacks were treated by members of other races. But at 13, she's still a 13-year-old. She's a kid. Her mother, who she calls the Queen, is hard on Kimberly. Why? Because Kimberly is too nice. Kimberly gets herself into all kinds of situations, which, if she continues, her life will go down a path that will be negative for the rest of her life. She didn't want that for this child. This child was a good kid all over. She really was a good kid. But she gave in to every negative thing out there. No matter how much the Queen pushed, Kimberly pushed back even harder by doing something else that would irritate the Queen, that would have an impact on her future, including getting arrested. The Queen grew up partially in Baltimore and partially in the South. She experienced racism, she experienced hatred all of her life. She worked in a restaurant. She got paid once a month, and that once a month barely took care of the family. She did not want that for Kimberly. She did not want that for any of her children. But she especially saw the potential in Kimberly. So she hounded her and hounded her. Where some people may have said it was abusive, but it wasn't. She never laid a hand on the child. But she was hard on her. The book Complex Puzzle takes you through their journey. It is a coming to age story. It's a story of inspiration. It is a story that says no matter how a child grows up, that child can succeed. But did Kimberly succeed? Or did Kimberly give into the streets? Did the queen get Kimberly to actually get her act together and to be able to say no to those who wanted to impose negative things on her? You would have to read the book to see. Chapter 1 of Complex Puzzle is available for download on my website. To purchase the book, that is also available on the website. I hope you would get a chance to read the book. It's very inspirational. It's very emotional. Thank you very much. That was good. Okay.